A terrible dog owner decided to leave his furry friend behind at the airport because he was not allowed to take her on the flight with him, which is insane. It really is. I mean, I get it if you really, really need to get somewhere, but maybe take a later flight. Maybe find someone to take care of the dog first, but that is not what happened here. Animal Rescue League of Iowa CEO Tom Colvin tells today.com the rescue center got a call from airport staff that the dog, who they've named Allie, was left behind after her owner tried to go through the flight process without the proper kennel. And here's Allie, very cute dog, super adorable. Now, Colvin says the individual attempted to board their flight with the dog and was turned away. The person later returned without the dog and got on the flight. So what really transpired here? Well, she was taken to the Animal Rescue League of Iowa and is not up for foster or adoption till the end of this investigation. They are investigating what happened here. Nonetheless, she's happy, she's spreading good vibes. She's very friendly, says Tom Colvin, and loved everybody from the airport. Everybody from the airport staff that came out brought her a blanket, stayed with her, loved her, giving her all the attention until our animal service officers came out and picked her up. She's very sweet. While Allie didn't have any ID on her, airport staff were able to figure out who her owner was and what her real name was. So her real name is actually Stella, and Bigson Charles is the person who's now facing an investigation over the incident. Just to give you a few more details, in Iowa, a person who commits animal abandonment is guilty of a misdemeanor according to Iowa Code 717B8. The severity of the punishment is dependent on the injuries or harm done to the animal. A person found guilty could pay a fine of at least $105 to quite a bit of disparity here, $8,540, depending on the type of misdemeanor, with 30 days to 2 years of imprisonment per Iowa laws. And I'm curious what you think about this story, Waz, as a notorious feline lover, but dog hater.
I'm not a dog hater, but sending a guy to prison because he abandoned his dog is crazy. Come on, man.
No, it's not.
Come on, man. Somebody's gonna find the dog, give him some steakums, and the dog will be fine. He'll have a new owner. We'll get a new home. No, you shouldn't abandon your dog. You should definitely find a shelter. Find somebody that will take the dog in, adopt, even foster the dog. Definitely shouldn't just leave the dog,
I would abandon a major limb before I abandon my dog. You guys don't even understand. Like, oh, you want my leg? Okay, sure, whatever, just give me my dog.
Anna would rather walk around with those leg scooters when people mess up their leg, if it came
anything, I don't care. Any self-harm to save my dog, I would do it. Like, that's how much I love my dog.
And I understand. Like, I think about the love that I have for my cat. And it's deep in it, and I would never leave my cat out in the cold or anything like that. Although I'm pretty sure Mimi can survive anything. This cat has got some. I don't know. I think Mimi would figure out how to survive on the streets.
Why? Like, what kind of test has Mimi gone through? Well, like, what have you done to Mimi that you know that Mimi can survive quite a bit?
Before you start, with your sarcasm here, let's be real. When I adopted the cat, they found this cat, her and her brother downtown. They were street cats already, and managed to survive for, I think it was about 6 weeks on their own. So these cats were survivors, okay? And then I adopted her and I turned her into a docile, house cat. But trust me, it's still in there. Those instincts for survival are still in there deep down, and don't downplay.
So I actually have a crazy story about a stray cat. So in the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, oh, we get to work from home, super cool. So I decided to take my laptop outside, like there's a little common area with a pool. It was a bad idea, like working there was not fun. But anyway, so I'm doing this and all of a sudden I hear like faint meows coming from a big bush. Like, what is that? And before I know it, I see a little kitten. And I freak out because obviously like you don't see a random kitten any day. And so I tried to like figure out what was going on. So a stray cat had given birth to kittens, and they were like hidden underneath like the jacuzzi area. It's really hard to explain. You have to really visualize it, but it was just a really inconvenient place to try to get to in order to like save them. But I was really proud. Me and Christian one day decided to get really dirty by going into this tight, confined space to save the kitties and find them a home. And luckily we did. So now they're all safe. Our neighbor actually decided to adopt the mom and one of the other kittens, and then the others she found a home for. And it felt really good. Like they go through a lot and they do survive a lot. So I hear you. I hear you about Mimi. And I'm glad that you have, a soft spot for an animal. That's so you can understand.
Yes, I know. I know to a lot of people, animal people particularly, you are a lower form of human if you don't love animals. So I am very happy to have the love and the sympathy from you. And yes, I am an animal lover. And by the way, animal lover is an apt descriptor because it's singular, one animal.
Well, Charles, Bigson Charles, who's the dog owner who abandoned his own dog, did release a statement saying, "I already checked in and didn't want to miss my flight. I thought if I paid for the dog on the plane, they would give her a what, bro? Like, have you never flown in your life? Listen to him. I thought if I paid for the dog on the plane, they would give her a kennel. They won't even let you bring on your carry-on luggage without paying for it. What are you talking about? I didn't know I had to bring my own." This guy.
I will say this, and I've made this argument before, Anna. You see how Joe Biden is hiring more IRS workers to check our cash apps? They need to do that to audit the emotional support animal licenses, because they're giving those out too willy-nilly. It can't possibly be that 12 people on my plane need emergency support animals. And come on, there's gotta be some kind of fraud happening in that system.
First of all, there is, you're right about it. Second of all, we're gonna do nothing about it. In fact, we're gonna encourage it. More people should do it, okay? I haven't done it yet, mostly because Charlie is nervous about flying. So usually I have to leave him home when I go travel. But come on, can you, by the way, Charlie's such a stud, someone would scoop him up immediately. When I adopted him, this family, this mom and her two little sons showed up at the Petco that I adopted Charlie from. And they're like, "Where's Andy? Where's Andy?" Because on the Petco website, they had the dogs available listed, and Charlie's name was originally Andy. And I had already like held Charlie in my arms. I was like, "He's mine, you little."
Anna denied a little girl from taking a puppy.
Little boy. But I don't care, boy, girl, doesn't matter. Non-binary, move it along, kid, move it along.
Yeah, Mimi's name I think was Ray. RAE was originally the name, but it was like, no, I gotta name my own cat. Sorry, shelter.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Yeah.
Andy's a cute name, but I like Charlie better.